also going to do a YouTube video, a tutorial of how to use FlipaClip. Now, let's get started, shall we? So, over here, you got this little... You got this little add button here, as you can see. You click on that. And then it says project name. Basically, you click on the little thing and it shows you this menu. So you got this, which is the quality of your videos. I recommend you the recommended that it gives you. Make sure you go 1080p. And then choose your frames per second. It says here, currently you would need to draw 12 frames, which I'll explain later, or 12 drawings to make 1 second. You can increase it to the max of 30, as you can see is really smooth. You can go how many frames you want, all the way from 30 to 1 frame. For beginners, I recommend you to do 6 to 8 frames a second. Even though the recommended says for you is 12 frames a second, which I'm using it for the Blackwell animation actually. I do recommend you to do anywhere between 8 and 4 frames. Because that will give you a good. So let's just go to 6. You can name whatever you want. And you can create your project. Now when you go into your project, you give these toolbars. So you got here a pen, which you do your DOM animations on. If you click on the pen, you get pen tools. Like here, you can increase the thickness of the pen. For an example, you got this big, like this big, or you can do how small and how big you want it. I normally put it for my tablet only, Samsung Galaxy Tab 5 SE. I normally do about 340 because that's the canvas size recommended, and that's how much I like to draw my little stupid animations on. Okay, you know when I used to do my animations, I found a trick where there's this circle thing that you can do. So if I make the circles a bit smaller, and then I bring them over here, and what I can do, I can draw around the circle and take it off, and then I can draw my dumb faces in it, making it look nicer. But if you don't want to do the time, just keep clicking on here, keep making these circles smaller and bigger depending on your size of your character. Then you can just go to the simplest option of just drawing like this. So then you got the rubber. The rubber is basically how you rub out things. This is the shadiness, 0%, meaning it'll just get rid of it straight away. And 100% it will just slowly fade. You make it fade. You can... I normally put it at 10 mil because you rub it out faster. Alright, let's go to this hula hoop. So this hula hoop, or lahu, as they call it, you can basically move stuff around. Like, if you make this face here, and then you make a face here, and you're like, they're too close together, what you can do, you can lasso around it, like shown here, and then separate them. It's not perfect, but you can make the cut. And that's all you can do. Next is the fill-in bucket, where you can just fill in your animation and blah 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 blah. That's it. That's all that's special about the bucket. Let's go back. Let's look. This is the copy and paste button here. This is the place button, and this is the back and forward button. As well as a ruler, if you couldn't tell. Then you got text, where you can write something stupid, and you can choose if you can put it like this or this or this. You can make it how big you want it and stuff, as you can see here. You can make it upside down if you wanna. This is how I do my text. Or unless you're a really good writer, and then you just do whatever you want them. I can't get rid of the text for some unknown reason. No. Can't get rid of the text. There you go. So now let's go to the actually animating part. So here you've got layers, which I haven't really figured out how to use them. Basically, you can make layer 1, you do that, and then for layer 2, you can make a shade of layer 1, meaning you lower down the shadiness of the hair, for an example. And then for the third layer, you can add details. Simple as. That's what you can do with layers. Also, you can make them less visible in the photos. So, in the overall project, you can make the face look like there is no face, if it would let me. Now, there is a way to remove them. I can't remember how, but you can remove the layers. Right. Alright. Let me go back. Now, let's get to the actual animating part of it. Alright, here we go. So 6 frames a second, like that. Y, and same thing. Fling. Alright, so here you can add frame box. For example, if I do this, then I do this, and then I do this, you get. And for some reason it's giving me an ad, even though it shouldn't be giving me ads. Can I skip it, please? Hello? Thank you. Yeah, that's very beautiful music. Okay, but I'm not going to buy a game. Off. Alright, so this is basically what I've made now. Simple. You can also go back. So let's just say you've got a relatively carved size. You got your chosen pencil. Got brush, pen, which I use, and then felt tip, which you can make any colour you want. And then you look all robot-y. I am a robot. Go for whatever canvas size you think you prefer. But honestly, I prefer the pen or the pencil. Because the pencil makes things look like a weird background. Like that. And then you can keep swapping it over. So you can draw your characters. So you draw your characters in a little tiny little thing. Alright, so now I've teached you how to understand how to actually animate. Let's go to the sound options. So obviously here you've got download the sound. You can purchase feature, but whatever, you can just, just do dumb animation. Anyway, now you've got sounds like flights. Oops. Body damage. Oh yeah, because my internet's off, I can't see it. But you can do all of these sounds. Boing. So that would be pretty useful. Then you got microphone. For example, hold on, let me just pause it. So you press and hold as it says, and just say anything you want, like. Okay, so once you've done it like this. Hi guys. You just click save and it should import in the file. Then it says drag it to any trap, so any of these, you got many of them. You can paste it down and it tells you how many frames it recommends you to animate because that's how long the recording is. So you can just go. You can also delete the file. You can copy the file. Bam, boom, boom. Hi guys. Oh, that's nice. And you can keep copying it over and over and over again. Bam, boom, boom. Hi guys. And basically, you can do whatever you want. This means you can also chop it into different pieces, so you can also rename it. Since it also kind of syncs, I do recommend you to do just to make it. And if you are going to copy it, just do it slightly more than that one, and then you get bam, boom, boom. Hi guys. And you get a weird alien effect, which is pretty unusual. I actually haven't tested this, so this is something as well as new for me. Oh. Hi guys. We're gonna get the bass going up, so then you can animate to the story. So you can make your dumb character as however thick you want it. And then you can copy and paste it to the actual animation. I do recommend you, if you copy and paste it in, then I do recommend you do 2/3. I do recommend you to do 2/3 to 3/4 of a second, that one frame. Because honestly, it makes it look better. I'll show my pen. You okay, cat? I think my cat's having a nightmare. So there we go. So if you like this video, please subscribe, thumbs up. There's a lot more options, but it's permanent basically. The onion is basically how many frames, so you can copy the frame before. I wish I can do after, but I have to buy the permanent, which sucks. So if you like the video, please subscribe, thumbs up, see you in the next video. Next videos.